closing in. I was alone and so afraid.
Welcome, Wicked Gingerbread family. I have two really nice classic recipes today. The first one is a mushroom and sausage quiche, made a little healthier. And the second one later in the episode is a classic chicken Waldorf salad. So the first thing we need to do, I've preheated the oven to 400 degrees. We are using pie crust. That's why I say it's partially healthy. This is your traditional regular deep dish pie crust. And because we like this recipe so much, I'm gonna go ahead, it comes with two, I'm making both of them. So you could cut this recipe in half. It's just really easy once you've got everything out to just go ahead and make enough, and it freezes quite well. So each pie is going to have about 8 servings, and you just cut it into the pie slices and then freeze it. It usually lasts in your freezer like 4 to 6 months, no problem. So the first thing we need to do is I have the pie shells, the two deep dish are on a baking sheet. You can line this if you're afraid of it running over, but you definitely want to put this on something because it does have a tendency to kind of rise up with the egg. I'm using egg whites, but it kind of puffs up a little and then goes back down. So the first thing you need to do, and I'm going to go ahead and, you want to either blind bake this for 10 minutes. That means where you put, a lot of people will use hard shell beans, legumes, and they'll put it on top. If not, the crust will get really big and kind of flake apart. It could rise and crack. So you want to just take actually a fork and just kind of pierce it a little, but we need to get that in the oven for about 10 minutes, kind of brown it up before I do the filling. So you want to just take your fork and you're just piercing it. You don't want it to go all the way through. This will just help it not rise. Into 400 degree oven for 10 minutes. So now while that's baking, I am using Johnsonville fully cooked reduced fat turkey sausage. You could use chicken breakfast sausage, whatever your favorite breakfast sausage is. If you've watched this channel before, you know that I try to go light wherever possible. So I use the leaner turkey. So you just want to kind of cut this in cubes. I'm using the whole pack and it has 8 patties. And again, I'm doing 2 of them. So you could cut this in half. You can basically turn this into anything you want. I'm just doing, a simple, I'm putting a little bit of jalapenos for spice, putting some cheese in it. You could do a ham and cheese quiche, kind of whatever you have on hand. That's what's so brilliant about this. And if you have guests over, it's a quick weekend. You could even bake it the night before and just heat the slices up. Very versatile. You could do like a Gruyere, you could do a Southwest, put some peppers in it. There's a lot of options with this. The sky's the limit. Just clean out your fridge. Main thing is you want some kind of cheese, some kind of breakfast meat. You could do bacon too. A bacon one would be delicious. Bacon and Gruyere. Awesome. So I'm just going to throw these sausages in my bowl. Using egg whites, Happy Belly, I'm going to use the whole carton. And this is 32 ounces. Kind of give it a little shake. And anytime I'm cooking eggs, I usually add some sort of cream. So I use almond milk. So you want maybe 1/4 of a cup or a couple tablespoons, just a splash. Now I also want some jalapenos. This is to taste. If you don't like it so spicy, you could put regular peppers, like bell peppers, sweet bell peppers would be nice. Okay, and a lot of times when I'm making an egg type of quiche, I will put nutmeg. Just kind of gives it a little warmth. Maybe teaspoon. Frozen, this is the first time I've tried doing frozen mushrooms, so I'll have to let you know how that works out. Adding 400 grams, looks like maybe about 2 to 3 cups. For the cheese, I am using just your low moisture part skim. It has about 80 calories for 1/4 of a cup, just mozzarella. Again, you could use Parmesan, Gruyere would be good in this. Anything you have. If you were doing a ham and cheese, you could do a ham and Swiss. That would be delicious. So this is where I'm going to measure also. And that's going to be 200 grams. And it looks like about 1.5 cups, 2 cups. If you want to just get this stirred up best you can. This is what you want with the pie shell. Just lightly golden. It was about 10 minutes on 400 degrees. Now you want to turn your oven down to 375. You don't want this to get quite so hot. You want it to, it's going to cook for probably 50 minutes to an hour. You want to just kind of spread around the ingredients a little bit so every bite has sausage and mushroom. Check it, check the center. Make sure that, just like you would for any kind of a thick egg, you want to just use a toothpick in the center. And if it comes out clean, then it's done. But it's going to probably bake for at least 50 minutes. 375. The 2 quiche are finished, and you want to let them cool for a good 10-15 minutes. But this is what you want, just kind of a dark color on top. And I'm going to try to get 8 portions out of each one. So you want to just cut it like a pie. So the quiche is done, and even though we cut this into 8 servings, this is why. I recommend serving it alongside your favorite fruit. This one I'm serving with grapes, this one I'm serving with strawberries, and I'm going to top it with a little bit more of those green or spring onions. Bon appetit! Next up is chicken Waldorf salad. I'm making chicken Waldorf salad. You don't have to use apple. You could use pear, peach, mix it up a little, try different things. You can use whatever mayonnaise you like. I'm allergic to egg yolk, so I found this wonderful Sir Kensington vegan spicy mayo. So that's what I'm going to use today with this. Walnuts, pecans, almonds. Today I like the sweetness that pairs with the apple, because this is kind of a sweet and savory dish. So to me, the pecan or walnuts go really well with apple. And for the apple, I found one really large organic Fuji. You could use Red Delicious. Granny Smith isn't really sweet enough most of the time to go along with this. I also have some regular organic grapes. Unfortunately, grapes are on the Dirty Dozen list from the EWG.org. I'm not affiliated with them, but I do pay attention to the Dirty Dozen every year. And unfortunately, apples, I think, are on it. Strawberries. By the way, you could put strawberries in here. You're also going to need some celery. I'm serving this two ways. So the first way is just over a bed. I love these Organic Girl Super Greens. So I've just put a bed of that down. Okay. This is, I'm just throwing some cherry tomatoes on here. This one's for my husband. So what a beautiful salad. So there's one way we're going to serve it. And then you could serve it alongside, since you don't have any starch, you could serve it alongside maybe some popcorn, protein chips. So that's one way I can serve this. The second way that you could serve this is with a sandwich and some veggies on the side. Now, sometimes this portion, the serving, it fills up the bread too much. So you could always put a little cup of it on the side. So then there's a little left over, so we're just going to serve that on the side. What a tasty little lunch. So I hope you enjoyed these two recipes. They're just classic recipes, and I put the wicked gingerbread spin on them, try to make them a little healthier. I should have another video in a couple weeks. My husband, I'm trying to get him, he makes the most amazing roasted lemon potatoes. So I'm trying to talk him into being in a segment, but we'll see how that plays out. But have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.